Alright, what's good with you boys? Today we're going to talk about the matchmaking in Marvel Rivals and why I don't think that's what's holding you back. So, I used to be one of these people as well. Used to blame the matchmaking. I used to blame the time of day I played. I used to blame the teammates. And it never just dawned on me that I was completely just either not playing my best or bad at the game. I still don't think I'm the best I could be at this game. I'm new to hero shooters in general. I'm on PC with a controller, which I don't know how they know, but I get flamed every game for playing with controller on PC, and they think it's lost before it even begins. So, yeah, man, shout out to controller players, but we trying to do our thing. But yeah, I used to blame everything but myself, and realistically, it just wasn't the case. Yes, I've been on those 9. I mean, the highest loss streak I've had was 9, right? And I've had those several times, and I just realized I'm not playing my best. I get it, man. You think you're playing your best even if you're not. SVP with a loss is sometimes you're not even playing your best. Like a 4-1 or a 3-1 SVP is not, you know what I'm saying? Getting that in a game doesn't mean you did your best. It just means you did better than everybody else. Even if you're getting like 50-1, 50-2, you're like, what more can I do? Or you're getting 40K healing or 50K healing or, blocking 80K damage. I mean, you're probably not making the crucial decisions in the plays you think you're making, and that's what's causing the losses. So when I started playing this game, I picked up Captain America, started playing him, I learned him pretty easy. But then I wanted to gravitate to somebody who could actually carry the game, which is Thor in the lower ranks, up into the mid ranks, up into close to high ranks. So you can do pretty good with him as long as you're good with him. And it took me over, with Captain America, it took me roughly maybe 10 hours to get good with him. I can go in Captain America and add benefit to any game, right? And he's supposedly the harder tank, but it's the character that clicked with me. And reverse is true with some other people. They can go into Thor and it clicks with them every game. But for me, it wasn't clicking. This character did not click. It took me over 100 hours to learn how to play Thor correctly. And it wasn't because of learning Thor. I put that in air quotes. You can't see me. But it's because it was the character I chose to learn the game on. And once I learned that my problem wasn't with Thor, the next hour after the 100th hour of playing Thor, everything clicked. I got from being hard stuck in Plat. Before I was never even getting out of gold. I was touching between Plat 3. And I just learned the game instead of the character. What I realized is that I did know Thor. I mean, how can you not after 100 hours? I did know Thor. I did know how he operated. I did know how he worked. But I didn't know anything about this game, and I thought I did. I wasn't taking the correct off angles. I wasn't staying on the payload at the right time. I wasn't flanking when I needed to, taking the high ground, using the structures of the map to their best advantage. I wasn't playing with my team. I wasn't peeling for my team when I needed to. And I could go on and on. The list is super long. I wasn't frontlining when I needed to. I wasn't helping my supports. I wasn't helping the tank. What I realized is I would be doing these things, but I would be doing them at bad times. At times, what I learned is I had horrible decision making, and I was bad at the game. That's it. Once I took full accountability, I climbed the Grandmaster within a week, right? And that's not even my peak. I'm still climbing. I'm not playing as much as I used to because of work, but I'm still climbing now with less playtime. You know what I'm saying? I'm climbing now with less playtime because I understand the game. I'm no longer blaming the matchmaking. I get it, man. That stuff they have paperwork on that stuff, and there's no proof they implemented it into this game. They could be using it for another game. I know some people aren't going to patent things and use them and just let them sit by, and there may be some form of it here, but more often than not, I found that if I play well, that's enough, to carry the game. That's enough for me, even if I lose the game. If I'm look at my paperwork and my stats and they're good, and I know I played my best, and I go back and I watch the replays, and I'm not making many mistakes, I'm not dying all over the place, I'm content. I'm good because I know I did my best, which I know I wasn't doing before. I look at the things I was doing before, and man, it was crazy. I didn't implement anything that like I had learned the whole time. I was just rushing forward, having a 6v6 and hoping everything played out. And once I started playing differently and making better decisions, the decision making is what I really want to talk about, because all the things I listed before that I was doing, a lot of those things I was doing at the wrong time. Like I would go for a flank. I still do it sometimes. I mean, it's a gamble. It's 50-50 sometimes. Like I go for a flank and it ends terribly, and then my team is down a person and we get wiped. Or, I push the front line thinking we have an advantage and we do not, or I'm not peeling for my supports and I don't even turn around and I look and they're, you see, as I did there, like I peek, but sometimes I don't and they end up dead. And I'm like, why am I not getting any healing? Well, it's because I didn't peel for them. Or worst of all, there's like maybe there's 2 tanks, 3 tanks, one dive tank messing with my supports and they can handle themselves, but I take my attention off the front line. We lose ground, they reach the next point and we lose the game. Or I don't go and attack their supports instead of trying to attack the 3 tanks that I'm not going to end up killing as Thor, especially when they're receiving healing. Decisions. And I realized after 100 hours, I was making the majority of them wrong. Like we have to, no matter how good we think we're playing, because I thought I was doing great. Don't lie, it's not that hard to rack up a bunch of kills with Thor and then go into the next game and have a bad game. Or, it's not that bad to get like 30, 40, 50 kills, 50k damage blocked and think you're hot stuff. You know what I'm saying? When great, you did that, but look at your team. They're cooked. Oftentimes, this isn't quick play. Like you getting 50 kills in quick play is just like, okay, you're sure to get MVP. You guys are winning the game, right? Versus ranked, where it's a bit more nuanced. And that's just a message I want to share. I've been through it. Trust me. I'm no hero shooter pro. I'm not some guy that came from other hero shooters or Overwatch or League of Legends or other 6v6 games or anything like that. But what I do know is when it's my fault. And 9 loss streaks, you get tilted. The tilt hurts, man. I start playing bad. Now, the one thing I can take away is if somebody says after you lose 2 or 3 games, get off, I would follow that advice 100%, man, because, at the end of the day, it's just a game, but we do have our rage moments, right? You're not about to go out and, beat somebody up over it, or maybe you will, but that's insane. But you get it, man. You have your rage moments. Like, it's upsetting to, try to win, try to put your best foot forward and end up in a loss. So I would recommend either getting off or going to quick play, although quick play might infuriate you more. But as long as you go with a friend, you'll be all right in quick play. But yeah, man, I would recommend just getting off the game and resetting. That's the biggest thing, because I no longer go 9 losses in a row if I can. And what I mean by in a row, I might get 9 losses, but it's definitely not going to be in a row. Like, it's not going to be me sitting there playing for 2 hours and tilted and losing the game. Now, if it happens, it happens. But yeah, I'm not just going to sit on the game, tilt myself, get those losses. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts down below. At the end of the day, I think it's me. And once I fix those problems, I started to climb. Y'all stay safe. Peace.